So for the colors, we have different forms of colors. We have what? We have different forms of colors. We have color name. We have RGB, meaning red, green, blue. Then we have X color. So we call it hexadecimal color. Then we have HSL. So I will explain color name, RGB, hexadecimal color. So you need to go and make research on HSN. So that will be your first assignment. So the color name, you can have different color names. So if you check our code, we have been using different color names. You can see light green. So if you come here, you can see yellow, you can see black. So that is color name. Then the next one we need to explain is RGB. So the reason why we have RGB is that red, green, blue, they are the primary color that we have. So every color that you have, apart from red, green, and blue, they are what? They are secondary color. It means that you have to mix a red, green, and a blue color to give you a particular color if you want to have. So this is the syntax. We have RGB in a bracket, then you close the bracket. So you have three columns. You can have 0, 0, and 0. So in each column, like column 1, column 2, column 3, so the column 1 is working for red, the second one is for green, while the last one is for what? It's for blue, right? So the minimum number you can have in each column is 0, then the maximum of 255. You understand? Which means that you can have something like 255 as a maximum in each column. So you can't have 256, it won't work. So from 0 down to 255. You understand? So if you have RGB 000, it actually means black. So let us copy it and let us use it for our background color. So let us come and let us paste. So you can see it will give you black. So when you come here and you refresh, and see it. So if you change it to what? To black. Then RGB 225 rather. Then here to let's do 55. Then here to 55. It's actually 255, not 225. 255. Can you see it? It has changed it to white. So when you come here and then you refresh, you can see if you take it to white. So that is how GB works. You understand? So you can explore. You can explore. With VS Code, you can come here, select any color. So it will give you the RGB equivalent of that particular color. You understand? You shall make sure each column you have a minimum of 0 and a maximum of 255. Then this is how it works. You can see here we have 129. It means that this color will be more of red, you get. So if you want to have more of green, you can make green to be, you can increase the green. You can see, so the color will be more of green. So that is how RGB works. Then we have RGBA to RGBA. So instead of it to have three columns like we have, so this RGBA is going to have four. You know here RGB, so this A. So this A stand for alpha because it's alpha. So it measures it gives you a sort of transparency and let's say lightness. Let's say you want a light version of this green that we have at our background. So if you want to have the light version, the lighter version, you come here, you click on you add A, then here you add another column. So the minimum number you can have in the column of A is 0 to 1. It means that you can have 0.1, you can have 0.2, you can have 0.3, you can have 0.4 up to 0.9, then finally 1. You understand? So this is how it works. So here I can say 0.5. 0.5 means that I want the lighter version of that green. So I come and I refresh. You can see we have a lighter version of that green. So that is that for RGB. Then the next one is hexadecimal color. So talking about hexadecimal. So hexa actually means 6, right? While decimal means 10. So 6 plus 10 should give you what? Should give you 16. Base 16. You understand? So there's a way this works. You know, if you want to start counting 16 in computer code, you start from 0, right? You say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, then 15. Understand? So this is how we count it. But in base 16, after 9, there's nothing like 10 in computer code. There's nothing like 10 in computer code. You understand? So we now represent this 10 with A, you represent 11 with B, 12 with C, 13 with G, 14 with E, then 15 with F. You understand? Which means that you now have 0 to 9, control V, 0 to 9, then A to F. You understand? So if you still want to count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You understand? So that is how hexadecimal color works. But for it to work, you need to add an hashtag in front. Then you now need to choose 6 random letters. You understand? 6 random letters. So let me choose A, B, C, and 1, 1, 2, 3. So this is actually a color. So if you want to know, so let us copy that. Then let us come here. So let us declare another background color. Then let us paste that. So for here, if I want to comment, we have HTML comments, then we have CSS comments. Then we have shortcut for commenting your code. So you just press Control then forward slash. So VS Code will help you to comment your code. You can do the same for HTML. You can see this is a color. So if you come here and you refresh, you can see it's actually a color. So you just pick any random numbers. So picking the random numbers, you can have digits all through. I can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is also a color. So let me copy that. So let me paste it here. Can you see it? It's like a navy blue. Can you see it? So it's a color. Then I can choose alphabet all through. I can say A, B, C, D, E, F. Right? Then I can come here and I refresh. So this is actually a color too. You understand? Then you can have the same letters or different letters. I can have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Understand? So this is actually a what? A color too. So I can come here and paste that. Then I come here and I refresh. Can you see it? So it changes it to something like a black. I can say A. Then I come here and I refresh. But just know that hash is 000. So this is always black. When you refresh, you have black. Then hash FFF is white. The color you refresh, then you have white. So after hexadecimal color, we have short X color. So the rules guiding this short X color means that you see here we have one. So we can split it. So instead of having 6 digits, we can have 3 digits. So this is what we call short hexadecimal color. So instead of having 6, you have what? You have 3. So there's no how you can split this. We have ABC 1 to 3. So this ABC is a different color. This 1 to 3 two is a different color. There's no how you can split that. But if you have the same letters or the same digits all through, you can split it. We can split this one into hash AAA and hash AAA. This and this are the same thing with this. You understand? So if you have the same letters or the same characters, you can actually use 3. And mind you, the concept behind this self is RGB. So the first 2A is for red, the second 2A is for green, and the last 2A is for blue. You understand? Which means that if we split it into two, this can stand alone as red, this can stand alone as green, and this can stand alone as what? As blue. Right? So this is how short X works. Let us copy that. So let us come here and let us paste. So if I come here and I refresh, can you see it? I have black color. So I can see hash FFF. So if I come here and I refresh, so I have white. So this is how hexadecimal color works. So the next thing you need to go and make research about is HSL. It means hue, saturation, right? And lightness, or hue, saturation, and light. Anyhow, so that will be your assignment. So the next thing we have here is HTML favicon, right? HTML what? HTML favicon. So this HTML favicon is that small logo. So you pay attention to this, you see one small WTF school logo here. So this is what we call a favicon. So we can do it to our page too. So let me remove this to another browser, to a new browser. Okay, you can see. You can see here we just have a World Wide Web logo. So let's say we want to replace this with a small image. So what can you do about that? So that is in our HTML in the edge section. You understand? So we are going to use link. So let me add comment first. Let me call it favicon. Then I say link. Then I press enter. So this time around, we are not linking to any external CSS. You understand? We want to make use of a favicon, right? So we clear the style sheet, then we change it to icon. You understand? So this href will now be location to our image. Don't forget the image we are using is person.png. So person.png. Note, if you want to use any favicon, you understand, the dimension of the image should be 32 by 32 px. Favicon images. The width should be 32 px. Then height, okay, let me say width 32 px. Then height should be 32 px. You understand? But you can, apart from that, you can use any image of your choice. But if you want to do it as a professional, you need to set the width to 32 px and the height to what? To 32 px. So let's do this. So let us check our browser. Then let us refresh. So if I refresh, can you see it? So we now have different images here. You understand? So this HTML formatting, so this will be your assignment. So you guys now have two assignments now. So let me write it out. You have HSL in HTML colors, right? Then you have HTML formatting. as your assignments. So I will provide the link to this HTML colors and HTML formatting, then I will send it to the group. So for the sake of those people that are viewing this from my YouTube channel, so I will paste the link in the description uh, below. So thank you very much. So this will be all for our day one and week one of studying front-end web development in PHA. Thank you very much. I still remain your facilitator, Ariyibi Basit Adekunle. Thank you.